Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 225. It is Friday morning, and of course, something that I forgot, I need to go to the office first and check in. And I got about 15 minutes down the road in the wrong direction before I realized that. So now I have to backtrack, and I have to go 45 minutes to the office, and then from there, start my day. So I'm already starting over an hour late. So what are you going to do? It's going to happen sometimes. It was on my mind. I knew that I needed to do it, and then I totally forgot about it. So this morning, well, it was pitch black when I left home, 6 a.m. Now it's not. Now you can start seeing the sun is coming up, and looks like it's going to be pretty much a clear day, 49 degrees outside. Today's high is going to be about 84 degrees. Good weather today again, and from what I understand, there's all good weather coming up as well, so that'll be good for all the driving that we do. Today's goal was supposed to be to check in the office, hit a casino on 2 different shifts, and then move on to another casino about 100 and something miles away from there, playing there for a while, and then heading back to the first casino before heading home, which would put us really late. This little mix-up, mess-up, mistake that I just made is going to make it a lot worse. So I need to reevaluate my time and figure out my best use of time. We're still going to hit the first place as scheduled, but from there we need to decide which direction we're going to go. So I will figure all that out. Yeah, so far, not really that much to talk about. I did not end up getting that Frontier Airlines pass for $300. I know it makes no sense not to get it, but to me that it's not a very good airline, and will I even break even on it? I mean, it seems like a zero risk proposition, but they really don't have great routes compared to where I live. How far I have to go to the airport, and then how many stops I have to make to get to the cities that I would want to go to. So is it a possibility I might do it? Last night I said 99%. Now I'm saying 50-50. So I only have today to figure it out. So anyway, heading to the office to check in, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back, and I am almost exactly where I was when I was just talking to you. I did go to the office, all the way to the office, all the way back, and now we got problems. Because now we can't do a lot of the things we wanted to do. I looked at my schedule also, and you remember we had that long meeting at the office a few days ago about that possible new vendor that we might have. And we have a meeting with them this morning, about a half hour, and then we have a team meeting after that, which would be another hour. So any idea that I may be able to get a morning shift session in is probably gone. So that's probably not going to happen. Well, it's not going to happen unless the team meeting gets canceled, which it never is. And if it would be canceled, I'd only have, looks like 15 minutes. So it's not going to happen. Definitely shot myself in the foot there by not going to work first, but I got to have that information in that log in case it's ever audited. It'll show that I was there. So nothing I can do about that. Really, every Friday I have that I gamble is a free day, because I shouldn't have had it, because I'm supposed to be at the office that day. So anyway, right now the way it's probably going to go down is we're going to do the 2 meetings. I'm going to try to drive during the first meeting, but then I'll have to stop for the second meeting and continue after the meeting is over. I'll get to the casino during the second shift. We'll get at least one session of blackjack in, maybe some poker, maybe some slots, and then we may just have to head home. That might be the new reality here. So on my way, I'm going to be focused on my plan going forward as far as travel, and make that decision on that Frontier Airlines, and we'll put that to rest one way or another. So I'll give myself a couple hours to do that, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I actually considered just staying in town and playing poker, but what's my EV? If I go slots, poker, slots, my EV is probably 300 or 400. I don't know how much more is my EV if I go all the way there. 600, 800. It's a tough one, but anyway, we'll see what happens. I'll be back. Alright guys, still on my trip here. Still have not had my first meeting yet, but there are some things going on. I'm about to stop for fuel in about 5 minutes, and in about 10 minutes I have a phone call with a person who's a candidate for a race that I'm interested in who the winners are. And my goal in this meeting is to ask him to drop out of the race so that other like-minded people have a chance to win the race. I'm hoping that he will accept an offer to drop out in exchange for help getting his views across to the people who do win. So we'll see. I'm trying to look out for the entire collective, the entire group of people that believe the same way that I do. And so if we're splitting the vote between 5 people, then it hurts everybody. And then the group that is in the minority will have a better chance of winning. And this happens a lot. This happens in states that are predominantly conservative. They have a Democrat governor lots of times, for example. And why does that happen? Because a bunch of people run for office on the conservative side. They beat each other up. They make each other look bad. And then the other side has a better chance of winning. Other times there are races where it's nonpartisan, so there's a group of 5 or 6 people running for 1 or 2 spots, and then the minority wins because the majority splits the vote. So that's what I'm hoping to avoid here. I'd like to have everything continue to move in the right direction. So that meeting will be in about 8 minutes now. So I'll be back, let you know what's going on. Alright guys, I am back. So just continuing on here, getting ready to pull over for my meeting. I did talk to this candidate, and he's being extremely stubborn. He lost last time because of something he said that was very partisan, and he broke up the electorate, and he would have won last time. Instead, he ended up losing by just a few hundred votes. He thinks he can win this time. I feel like he's probably 4th or 5th, probably. He probably commands 20% or 15% of the vote, and he refuses to give it up. So it's probably going to hurt everybody. So now my next step is going to be probably Monday when I'm in town, going to our party headquarters and talking to the leadership there and seeing if they would help me endorse the people that I want to win, which I feel they will if I ask, and hopefully that'll help things along a little bit. So yeah, this is it's getting pretty bad. Gonna keep trying to do the right thing here and keep trying to get the right people in office, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At least I would have given it my all. So right now we're gonna find we're gonna take a risk. We're gonna keep driving, and we're gonna put the meeting on, and hopefully I don't have a lot to say, and when I do, it's gonna be pretty silent with the voice canceling headphones here, and I can continue on toward the casino, and that way I can get a little bit more time at the casino. This will buy me at least a half hour or 45 minutes of time at the casino. So that's what's happening right now. We're going to continue on as we're doing our first meeting, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back. So very eventful, very concerning also. So I don't know how much I should even mention on here, really. So I go in and I play a little bit of blackjack, low limit table. They had just opened the table, nobody was there. I sit down, start playing, and pretty soon, well, not pretty soon, before I started playing even, two people come to the table. So now there's three of us at the table, and I play there for a little while, and then the count goes deeply negative, and I end up standing up, walking away ahead $25. Now the other tables are starting to get full, so I don't have a lot of opportunity. This is a casino that I've been concerned about, that they've been putting in play, even though I don't want them to put in my play. I don't want to use a card, but they're putting it in anyway. And so I decided to test it a little bit. So I played that blackjack table, and I checked and I wasn't put in. Then I went and played a Baccarat table, which does not have an edge, by the way, if you don't know by now. And I won 75 cents on that one. And I checked my account, and it showed that on that table I won $600. So this is very concerning. And what this tells me is that they're just trying to get rid of me. They're putting me in, when I play for 3 hours, they're putting me in for 5 minutes, and they're putting me in for huge wins that I didn't make. So I'm pretty concerned and thinking that the game is just about over here, and it may be a week or two before I'm backed off here. So very, very concerned. Most likely I'm going to call gaming about this and see what they have to say about it. If I don't want to be rated, why are you forcing me to be rated? Especially with possible tax implications, as my friend said yesterday or the day before, I forget. Now with the new tax code coming out, if their numbers disagree with mine greatly, this could be a problem. When I make 75 cents and they say I make $600, that could be a big issue. So we'll see what happens there. I did end up playing another session of blackjack. Now I wanted to play some poker, but the list was just so long. Well, the list was dead basically, because it was long and someone was going to come in, and then there wasn't any more people coming in, and I was sixth on the list. So once the one table opens, I'm not going to have a place to sit for hours. So I checked back there probably 4 or 5 times over the last couple hours, and my name didn't move at all, and I don't expect it to move. So I ended up just leaving it. The second session of blackjack, I ended up ahead $554. So now we're up to whatever, $575 on the blackjack. I played a little bit of slots, saw a friend, talked to him about it, and I'm still working in the background on another project that I'm going to tell you guys about. It doesn't have an advantage, but I just want to explain to you what I saw and the odd things that you see sometimes, and talk to a couple friends about that. Walked around probably 10 times, couldn't find any other plays. So overall, I ended up ahead 25 on the blackjack, 554 on blackjack, 55 on slots, and that's it for right now. So I think at this point, I'm probably going to look up the number for gaming and talk to a person there and see what they say, and hopefully they can be helpful to me. So that's what's going on right now. I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back. I've never made a call to gaming ever before. I just made a call to gaming. And it's like, how can you possibly be anonymous when you call them? How can they be helpful to you without you giving them all your information, and then they leak all your information to a casino, and then that casino has everything about you that you're trying to keep private in the first place? I called, and you go straight to voicemail. They want you to leave your name and your phone number and all this stuff for them to call you back. And I don't want to do that. Why would I want to just give all my information freely like that? So I don't know, maybe I don't even want to go there and talk to them in person, because then they know who I am as well. It's like, I feel like you don't really have real help if you need it. So I don't know, man. Concerned about that. Anyway, yeah, things have been a little bit crazy lately. I've been really worried about how this stuff has been happening. Repeated problems with facial recognition, repeated problems with me being put into the system without me asking for it. And I don't think that I can give myself more time by playing other games. I was playing Baccarat on purpose just to see what would happen. And they're still putting me in. And they're still putting in a large amount of win when I'm not winning a large amount. So I'm really concerned about that. And, I kind of feel like there is no way around it. There's not much that we can do. And this may be it. I mean, this may be the time now to say, okay, we're going to do slots and blackjack and slots and poker instead of slots and blackjack, and switch over to that. And I just don't like poker as much because it just drags on and on and on and on. And then you sit there for 10 hours, and then one or two cards make such a big difference, and they could make or break your day. And, the way I play blackjack is very strategic, and I come out with a win a lot of the times. And that's why I last for a long time. If I switch over to poker, now I'm going to be stuck there for a long time. I'm going to be able to play less often, unless I play locally, and the game is just not big enough except for 1 or 2 days a week. Do I smash that game 1 or 2 days a week and hope I win when these guys have enormous bankrolls? I heard about a guy last week who was up over $180,000 at this club that I play, and ended up leaving down in one day. That's how big they play some of these games. And I don't have that kind of a bankroll, So those are the kind of things on my mind right now. And, I called gaming hoping to get what the law is to see if I have a leg to stand on. But even if I'm going to accuse them of something, how are they going to fix it without them knowing that it was me? They're not going to, why would I want to fix it? Why wouldn't I want points? The only reason that I have is to say, I don't want my win-loss statement to show a big win when I didn't have one, because it'll screw with my taxes now. I don't know. I don't know. So, what I may start doing then is start coming here half the time, and the other half the time that I would normally come to this area, go to a different casino in the area that's hours away, but just go directly there instead of directly here. And it's a long drive, but that may be one way of mixing things up a little bit. I don't know. So another thing is, all of a sudden I have a lot of people coming to me with political stuff that they want done for them, and I don't know if I want to do it. I mean, yes, I'm willing to help, but I don't want to become a politician. I want to do things on a low level, on a one-on-one level with the politicians, but I don't want to be a politician. A lot of people do. A lot of people want that fame and all that excitement and whatever. I'm not an arguing type of person. I'm not a lawyer type of person. I want things the way that I know it's right, and it's very difficult for me when things aren't that way. because I feel bad. I feel like I let people down if I can't help them. But then they kind of would make you feel guilty for not moving up to a higher position, and doing things on their behalf at a higher position, and then it would just get out of control. So do I want to be in politics? I think the answer is no. I think I want to be the guy that maybe speaks for the 3 or 4 minutes, whatever you get, and that's really about it. And a lot of the time, I think it doesn't matter anyway, because people's decisions are already made. But every once in a while, you can help sway someone to your point of view, and that does feel good. But anyway, all right, I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. So I did call gaming again, and I did talk to a receptionist, and they sent me to someone who could help me. Allegedly, I listened to a very long message about if you have a problem with the casino, you need to contact the casino, and you need to give them 10 days to fix the problem. And if they don't fix it in 10 days, then you can file something with us. You need to email it to us and send us the information, and then we'll look into it, and maybe we can help you out. Which does not sound very helpful, does not sound very public-oriented or helpful to the public. And at the end, they said, if you have a gambling problem, call this number or whatever. So I left a message. I used a fake phone number that they can still call me on. I gave them a different name than I use here, different name than I use in the casino, and different phone number than I use for anything else. And I'm hoping that they'll get back to me and give me some kind of an answer as to the law. I don't believe this is going to be helpful in any way, but I just wanted to go through and see what they say about this and see the legality of this and all that. So I feel like if I do anything about it, if I come forward with my name, or if I approach the casino and say something about it, I'm going to be kicked out immediately. So what's the point of doing that? But I don't know if any of my rights are being violated by them doing this without me asking them to or giving them permission to. So hopefully these guys can give me an idea of that. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. So we're going to attempt to play some stuff this weekend. I do have a lot of stuff going on this weekend, but we are going to attempt to do some play this weekend, Saturday and or Sunday or both. I'm like itching to get out there and make money, but I feel so trapped right now without the potential that I want. So let's go through our segments real quick, and we'll talk about this weekend. What did you eat today, MW? Today I had a chef salad. Chef salad. All they had was ranch, so it was okay. I give it an 8 on a scale of 2 through ace. And I do feel like I need to start cooking my own food. Between cooking my own food or not eating at all, that's where I am right now. Either going on all water or cooking my own food. So we'll see. Now, one thing I wanted to mention about food is all the different county fairs and stuff are going on. And if you remember, the last 2 years, I was an eating champion at the local fair. So the first year I was watermelon eating champion, and the last year I was both watermelon and pizza eating champion at the fair. So this year I am going to participate in both of those contests if I'm there on the days that they're being held. So I will make an exception on those days to eat sugar, eat carbs, all that stuff, and we'll just be really careful the rest of the time, and everything should be okay. But I'm excited about that. What did you tip today, MW? Hell no, I tipped nothing today. I had very little opportunity to tip. I only had I had 3 tables that I played. One of them I won $25, tipped nothing. The other one I won 75 cents, tipped nothing. And the other one I won whatever, $5.54 or something like that, and tipped nothing. I didn't get any jackpots, didn't play any poker or anything like that, so no tips there as well. And what did you learn today, MW? I learned I need to start checking my calendar better. I need to not forget that Fridays I need to check in. Now, I do have some days that I can use, I have to use by the end of the year, 4 personal days. So we are going to go on a trip. I will talk to my wife this weekend. We will get that scheduled. She doesn't like the idea right now. She's pretty upset that I'm spending so much time away from home and not making the money I want to make. She feels like I'm killing myself as far as working so hard and not being able to rest enough, which I am going too far for too little right now, but that's what's available. So until we find something better, that's the way it's going to have to be. So as far as this weekend, I may be playing some poker tomorrow evening. I will definitely be playing at least something on Sunday. Not really sure which direction I'm going to go Sunday, but I'm going to try to get some slots and some blackjack in Sunday, and definitely some poker hopefully on Saturday. Now, I do have to help a family member move this weekend as well. Actually, tonight we're having a dinner to celebrate someone's birthday. Tomorrow we'll probably help them move, and Sunday probably help them move as well before I leave Sunday afternoon for my trip. So that's what's going on right now. That's what's on my mind. You know, I've been doing really well for not having much to work with, but you know, wish things could be better. But once we get these trips rapid fire, we should be fine. I decided not to do the Frontier flights after all. I watched a video where a guy and his girlfriend or wife bought the passes, and the difference in price between buying it and not buying it was very little. You can't book the domestic flight until 24 hours before you fly. That makes it really difficult, and they ended up stranded sometimes and having to stay a day or two at a certain place. And I can't go to a different airline for the way back because I don't know if I'm getting the flight out in the first place. It'd be hard to schedule a hotel, so we're not doing that. We'll just pay full price and it should be fine. So not to mention some of the layovers are between 6 hours and 15 hours, so they weren't very good. So for now, I'm going to let you go. Just driving home right now. Beautiful day outside, 77 degrees, clear skies. Going to celebrate some time with the family, and I'll be back with you guys Saturday and or Sunday. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.